Welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share and subscribe. Any support is very much appreciated. So we are looking at the builder figure today, XEMNU. For those of you that don't know who XEMNU is actually a character from Marvel Comics that predates the superhero genre. He was actually part of the weird science fiction tales that Marvel Comics used to do. And actually, as a little bit of a trivia, he was the first character in the comic books to actually be called the Hulk. Or Hulk. Obviously he lost that title when a certain big green giant came into play, but in a nutshell he is an alien from another planet, a criminal who was exiled into space for all of his crimes against the entire universe. He can project things like hypnotic rays, and basically he can make anybody that he hypnotizes believe that he is a hero or a leader or a god or whatever he wants. So having a look at the actual builder figures, we've got 6 pieces that came with Dormammu, the Hood, Lady Deathstrike, Arcade, Red Skull and the Scientist Supreme. Obviously God Emperor Doom didn't come with a builder figure part, and as a figure he's pretty solid. Now there have been various comparisons made between him and Wendigo, so let's bring in Wendigo to have a look at. Now yes, you can see there are a few pieces that are reused. Essentially the cuffs around the ankles and the hands and the chest piece, and I think even the skirt maybe just trimmed down a little bit. But the heads are very different, the hands and the feet are very different, and obviously Wendigo has a tail, whereas XEMNU does not. He just has his big hefty belt. You can see the back piece as well, the fur isn't quite as predominant as it is on Wendigo, but essentially they are two very big white fluffy creatures. Next to each other, standing toe to toe, you can see that they do look different because of Wendigo's kind of blue hue, and with the difference in head and feet and hands, it does make him look like a different figure, significantly because of this great big belt thing that he's got as well. The eyes in his head are really quite menacing looking, and he's got his little kind of helmet on as well, but he's just all round a pretty cool figure. He stands a little bit taller than Wendigo, and overall is a very nice builder figure. Now as I previously mentioned, XEMNU was called Hulk, so let's bring in a Hulk for comparison. This of course is the Comic-Con exclusive Hulk on the retro card back, but you can see that XEMNU stands just that little bit taller than him because of his hair and his helmet. However, stood next to each other, it looks like these two could go a few rounds. XEMNU is predominantly a villain in the Hulk comic books and the She-Hulk comic books, and also against the Defenders, but like with all Marvel comics, most characters turn up somewhere or other. But if you were looking to display him, I would definitely suggest putting him with either a Hulk, a She-Hulk, or even the Defenders. So back to back, you can see that there's not a huge amount in it. I'll just take the Hulk away for a second and we'll just focus back on XEMNU. Now the one thing that I think I should mention is that this chest piece, this bit that kind of this belt thing, does limit the articulation. So if you have a look, you can see that it does stop him, the ab crunch, from fully functioning. So you can't get a huge range of kind of backwards and forwards on this particular figure, but it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. You can still get him into some quite dominating looking poses. I'm just having a bit of play around here, and you can see the arms, like on all of these figures, don't fully extend, so you can kind of go straight out and you can get it to a right angle. So there is limited when it comes to articulation. The one thing that I do like about the predominantly white figures is that it does hide a lot of the joints, because there are no contrasting colours. The joints are hidden, so you can have the arms and the knees, etc., kind of more spread out. So it does work quite nicely. But overall, he's a really solid figure. He's a nice, beefy builder figure. He's definitely a supervillain, so definitely deserves the space as the builder figure for the Supervillains wave. And he's one that you wouldn't necessarily get as a standalone figure, like a deluxe or something, because of his not so well known storyline. So there we have him. There is XEMNU in all of his glory, standing up straight. As I said, I'm really pleased that we actually did get him as a builder figure, and I think that if you are interested in getting the wave, it is definitely an added bonus that you get this awesome looking XEMNU, the alien criminal from outer space that can hypnotize his victims to believe he is a good guy or a leader or whatnot. I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun putting him in some poses, fighting against Hulk and maybe Hulk and She-Hulk. But yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. All support is very much appreciated. But XEMNU, 100% an awesome builder figure.